Friends, the BJP deserves kudos and congratulations for its win in 2 states. Equally, it deserves condemnation for its clear loss in 2 of the other 3 states, for how it tried to subvert the people's mandate. Thank God it didn't try it in Punjab, but of the 3 states it lost, it tried to subvert it in 2 of the 3. In Goa, a party which decreases from 21 seats to 9 seats. In Goa, a party where the chief minister loses in 2 constituencies and 6 of his cabinet ministers, apart from many others, lose. How is it possible for a governor to appoint a CM, I repeat, appoint a CM, by 8:39 on 12th of March, within 24 hours of the results, 8:39 p.m. on 12th of March, Saturday, and to notify it at 11 p.m. by a press release, I am appointing so-and-so. And along with that appointment, giving that dispensation 15 long days to form a government by majority shown on the floor. 15 days. Today, 50% of that governor's order has been interfered with by the Supreme Court. In a petition drafted on 13th, which is the only holiday we had, in a court vacation week, the Honorable Supreme Court admitted and listed it yesterday for today. Heard for almost 2 hours arguments, hotly opposed, and clearly said that the floor test must be no later than tomorrow. But because of EC logistics, it was put day after, ultimately. A party which claimed a 21 majority repeatedly asked for 15 days floor test, otherwise at least next week floor test, otherwise at least Friday. The court said no, tomorrow, if not tomorrow, day after. It's of course strange that a person who believes that 21 is in his pocket is asking for so much time for the floor test. Yes, the swearing in has not been stayed, but if the BJP wants to swear in a chief minister for 2 days, good luck to them, it's up to them. According to us, after 2 days, the sworn-in chief minister has no hope of continuing because he will lose the floor test. And equally, if he succeeds in the floor test, then he deserves to continue. So the court has significantly interfered by giving democracy a live chance on a live floor test. Yes, though they have allowed him to continue for 2 days as chief minister. However, friends, a wrong remains a wrong, irrespective of electoral numbers, irrespective of anything, and I want to list to you certain wrongs. A, the satisfaction which a governor is required, the constitutional satisfaction which the governor is required to make under our Article 163. I am asking you and myself, how does the governor arrive at that constitutional satisfaction without even telephoning me, calling me, sitting with me, consulting me? It is not about calling me to form the government. It is about constitutionally satisfying herself that A or B is the best person to form the government. How do you conclude a satisfaction without even talking to me on telephone, consulting me, talking to me, meeting me, calling me, not to form the government, to arrive at a satisfaction? How do you examine the facts? So that satisfaction is illusory. It is non-existent. Second, results came in late evening of 11th. In 24 hours, we elected our CLP leader by 7:30 on 12th. Even 24 minutes is a long time in politics, but 24 hours is not a long time for constitutional government formation. It's a serious process. We are out of politics. Elections are over. We are talking of constitutional formation. what is the unholy, unearthly haste that the governor, we elect a CLP 7:30 in the evening, the governor has already met Mr. Parrikar around the same time, 7:30 to 9, somewhere in that time, and by 11 o'clock the press release is issued. So, all these media reports deliberately being leaked and planted are false by the people who are planting them. How do you make a claim to form the government even before you make your CLP leader? Your CLP leader is made in 24 hours, that is the Congress one. Within the 24 hours, they have already invited Mr. Parrikar. They didn't give a chance to the Congress CLP leader to stake a claim. By 11 o'clock, the press release came. So obviously, Mr. Parrikar has met her at 8:30, 9:30. So there is no delay by the Congress. This is a canard being deliberately, mischievously spread by the BJP and through the BJP. Third, we send a letter after the press release that we have learned from media reports and your press release from the press, we don't know from you directly, that you have appointed Mr. Parrikar. On 12th night itself, we sent a letter. The letter says, A, we are able to form the government, we are a majority. B, what the BJP is representing is false. These two things it says clearly. Fourth, the Sarkaria Commission, the Punchi Commission, both recognized and copiously quoted in Rameshwar Constitution Bench judgment of the Supreme Court, clearly say that for the process to work itself out, whatever be the result, the sequence must be to at least call the single largest. I am going further. Calling is secondary. To form your satisfaction, your decision, your mind, your application of mind, your opinion, you have to at least talk to the single largest. How is it possible that in a democracy with so many Sarkaria commissions and others, you don't even call somebody in terms of talking to somebody? I am not calling to form the government, talking to somebody. So how do you know? Therefore, in any election where number 1 is X, though not majority but single largest, number 2 is Y, merely because Y says so, I can understand the governor saying, prima facie, I accept Y. But at least they have to talk to X. That is the crux of the matter. Turn and zoom and switch to Manipur. BJP is specializing in these tactics. We are 28, you are 21. Let us be clear of facts. We are 28 in Manipur, you are 21. Now I want to highlight a few very startling things you may not know about it. You have invited the BJP satisfaction by a press conference of the governor on 13th of March afternoon. On 13th of March afternoon, the BJP had not elected its leader. 13th is yesterday, Holi. The governor had a press conference. She declared that she is satisfied that the BJP plus will form the government, but by that time, the leader of the legislative party had not been elected. Number 2, it is common ground that the leader of the BJP legislature party or the combination was elected yesterday evening. The governor's press conference in the afternoon. Now here is a very delightful, delicious twist. In Goa, the governor says that you delayed coming because you had no leader elected. So I didn't call you. You delayed the election of leader. In Manipur, the governor announces the BJP even before the BJP leader is elected. I hope I am clear. I hope you are understanding these somewhat technical points, but they are very important points. Number 3, Mr. Khashabuddin, I can understand he is put under pressure, but to have physically isolated him is clearly one MLA who has been under coercion for last 2 days, and he has almost so confessed. Now an interesting point. Congress wrote on 12th itself, remember my words, we are 28, and they attached a letter of the president of the NPP, Mr. Khishgen, NPPS 4. On 12th, the Congress writes with the letter of Khishgen, president of NPP, that 28 plus 4 is 32. The midway mark is 31, as you know. No response, nothing. On 13th, the governor has a press conference in the afternoon, announces the BJP election leader in the evening. Under the rules, it is the party president who alone is authorized in any party. Suppose I have to stake a claim, my Congress party president at the state level, PCC will write. The person who attached the letter here was the NPP president of the party. The BJP is relying on some other legislator's letter of the same NPP party. Now, how can both be true? For NPP, we attach a letter of the president of the party. One Khashabuddin and one is a Congress MLA whose name they have put in 32. So 4 plus 1 plus 1 is how much? 6. If you minus 6, BJP's 32 becomes 27. Sorry, 26. Out of the BJP's 32 on which the governor had a press conference yesterday, one is a Congress MLA. One is this Khashabuddin, who is clearly under coercion. And 4 are the NPP whose president wrote a letter along with the Congress on 12th itself. And now you add these 6 to us. 28 plus 6 is how much? So here you have 28 plus 6, 34. There you have 32 minus 6, 26. Equation is 34 and 26. Governor is having a press conference yesterday announcing. Unfortunately, BJP is now becoming an expert in creating governments through governors, whereas government creation is the work of the people who vote. Government creation is neither for the governor nor for the party to whom the governor earlier belonged and still appears to be acting for. Therefore, this is a clear attempt to nullify people's mandate. I want to remind you that people's mandate has been held to be an intrinsic part of democracy, and democracy has been held to be an intrinsic part of basic structure. Basic structure, even the Parliament of India by a constitutional amendment can't alter. But BJP is managing it successfully in state after state through governors and through a complete whole-scale violation, complete jettisoning of all constitutional principles. All I would say in conclusion is that repeatedly the BJP should not exult or triumph on fait accompli. You are dancing on the corpse of democracy because you are pointing to the figures which you have unfairly, illegally manipulated in each state after state. When these false, bad and wrong precedents come home to roost, you will have no answer, you will have nowhere to hide. But what will happen is that Indian democracy will be diminished. मित्रों, भारतीय जनता पार्टी को बहुत बधाई दी थी हमने, मैं वापस बधाई देना चाहता हूं पुनः 2 प्रदेशों में एक बहुत जबरदस्त जीत के लिए। उतने ही जोर से और प्रभाव से मैं उनको भर्त्सना करना चाहता हूं कि बाकी 3 प्रदेश में जहां वो हारे, उनमें से 2 में उन्होंने असंवैधानिक और गैर कानूनी, गलत, अनैतिक तरीकों से सरकार कायम करने का प्रयत्न पिछले 3 दिनों से लगातार जारी है। गोवा में सब सर्वविदित है कि 21 एमएलए वाली पार्टी, वहां का हाफवे मार्क 21 होता है। पिछले चुनाव 21 से इस बार 9 हो गई। उनके मुख्यमंत्री जो पहले थे उन्होंने 2 सीट से हारे और 6 कैबिनेट मंत्री हारे। जाहिर है जनादेश कहां था। इसके बावजूद राज्यपाल ने एक व्यक्ति को, और मैं उस व्यक्ति के खिलाफ कुछ नहीं कर रहा, बड़े सम्मान्य व्यक्ति हैं, बड़े अच्छे व्यक्ति हैं पारिकर जी, उनकी बात नहीं कर रहा हूं। राज्यपाल कैसे उनका नाम लेकर उनको घोषित कर सकती थी मुख्यमंत्री? मैं अपने आप से पूछ रहा हूं, आपके जरिए पूछ रहा हूं देश से। वो अगर कर भी सकती थी तो बिना हमें टेलीफोन किए, हमें बात किए, हमें बुलाए, हमसे वार्तालाप किए, हमसे विचार विमर्श किए बिना कैसे कर सकती थी? ये मेरा मूल मुद्दा है। ये मूल मुद्दा वो नहीं है कि पहले सबसे बड़ी पार्टी को क्यों नहीं बुलाया सरकार बनाने के लिए, वो मुद्दा नहीं है। ये पहला मुद्दा है कि राज्यपाल को संवैधानिक संतोष करना पड़ता है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल सेटिस्फैक्शन अनुच्छेद 163 के अंतर्गत। तो मैं जानना चाहूंगा कि ये कौन सा जादुई संतोष है, ये संतोष संवैधानिक कैसे बन सकता है? अगर नंबर 2 पार्टी जाके कहती भी है कि मेरे पास बहुमत है, मेरे को बनाइए, और मैं ये भी मान लूं अपने विरुद्ध के प्रथम दृष्टीय रूप से मैं मानता हूं इस बात को राज्यपाल की हैसियत से, तो क्या राज्यपाल उस प्रथम दृष्टीय मत को परिवर्तित करने के लिए अंतिम मत में हमसे एक बार बुलाएगा नहीं, बात नहीं करेगा, वार्तालाप नहीं करेगा, विचार विमर्श करेगा? इस प्रश्न का हमने संवैधानिक प्रश्न उठाया है। जाहिर है यहां पर 24 घंटे के अंदर चुनाव के परिणाम आए 11 तारीख को रात को 7:30 बजे, 12 तारीख को 7 बजे बल्कि हमारे सीएलपी लीडर नियुक्त हुए, चुनावित हुए, घोषित हुए, और 8:30 के आसपास पर्रिकर जी और बीजेपी जो मिले हैं राज्यपाल से रात को, तो वो मान गई, और 11 बजे प्रेस रिलीज द्वारा उनको मुख्यमंत्री घोषित कर दिया गया। तो ये जो बरगलाने वाली प्रवृत्ति फैलाई जा रही है, जब कांग्रेस ने 24 घंटे के अंदर अपना सीएलपी लीडर नियुक्त किया, वो राज्यपाल से मांग करें उससे पहले राज्यपाल ने घोषित कर दिया पर्रिकर जी को। राज्यपाल ये भी कह सकती थी कि मेरे पास एक अनुरोध आया है पर्रिकर जी का, मैं प्रथम दृष्टि रूप से संतुष्ट हूं, लेकिन मैंने अभी तक पूछा भी नहीं है कांग्रेस से, उनसे पूछ तो लूं मैं। यह मूल मुद्दा है। आज उच्चतम न्यायालय ने लगभग न्यूनतम रूप से 50% राज्यपाल के निर्णय में हस्तक्षेप किया है, बहुत कम समय में किया है। कल छुट्टी के दिन पूरी पिटीशन याचिका तैयार हुई, उच्चतम न्यायालय में शाम को पेश हुई, उसके निरीक्षण परीक्षण के बाद आज एक खंडपीठ विशेष रूप से बैठी जो अवकाश में है, 2 घंटे सुना बहस दलील, और उस निर्णय के 50% महत्वपूर्ण हिस्से में हस्तक्षेप किया, यानी कि आपने नियुक्त इनको किया और 15 दिन दिए इनको सरकार बनाने के लिए, बटोरने के लिए, दल बदली करने के लिए। हम कहते हैं कि कल करिए आप फ्लोर टेस्ट। जिन लोगों ने 21 की हक जताया था, उन्होंने कहा नहीं हम चाहते 15 दिन, नहीं तो कम से कम अगले हफ्ते। उसके बाद सरकार की तरफ से कहा मंडे, सोमवार, फिर श्री साल्वे ने मांगा शुक्रवार, कोर्ट ने कहा कि नहीं कल, और अंत में चुनाव आयोग के कारण परसों माने। तो ये एक सही, न्यायपूर्वक और महत्वपूर्ण हस्तक्षेप है। नंबर 2, अगर माननीय बीजेपी और पर्रिकर साहब 2 दिन के मुख्यमंत्री बनना चाहते हैं तो उनको स्वागत है। मैं तो समझता हूं स्वतः बीजेपी को उनको स्वेरिंग नहीं करना चाहिए, क्योंकि 2 दिन के हैं मुख्यमंत्री। हमारे को पूरा संतोष और आश्वस्ता है कि हम जीतेंगे, लेकिन हम नहीं जीतेंगे तो वो बन सकते 2 दिन बाद, बनना भी चाहिए उनको। हम जीतेंगे तो 2 दिन के लिए है वो। तो ये जल्दबाजी क्या है 2 दिन के मुख्यमंत्री बनने के लिए? अगर हम हार जाते हैं तो निश्चित रूप से उनका हक बनता है बनने का, हम जीत जाते हैं तो वो 2 दिन के रहेंगे। इसलिए मैं संक्षेप में अपनी बात खत्म करूंगा गोवा में ये 5 बिंदु या 3-4 बिंदु को वापस दोहरा के। एक, के राज्यपाल का संवैधानिक संतोष, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल सेटिस्फैक्शन गायब है, नॉन एग्जिस्टेंट है ही नहीं, हो ही नहीं सकता अगर आपने मेरे से बात नहीं की हो, बुलाया नहीं हो, विचार विमर्श नहीं किया हो। नंबर 2, 24 घंटे अगर सीएलपी लीडर नियुक्त होने में लगे तो उन्हीं 24 घंटे में आप बिना सीएलपी लीडर्स को बुलाए, बात किए, टेलीफोन किए घोषणा नहीं कर सकती है कि पर्रिकर साहब मुख्यमंत्री हैं। तीसरा, आपने हमारे पत्र का, जो पत्र आपके प्रेस नोट के बाद हमने लिखा, जिसमें हमने कहा ए कि हमारे पास बहुमत है, बी जो बीजेपी आपको रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है वो झूठ है, उसका कोई ध्यान नहीं दिया। हमने 12 तारीख को रात को आपके 11 बजे वाले प्रेस रिलीज के बाद आपको औपचारिक पत्र लिखा। चौथा, सरकारियत आयोग में, पुंछी आयोग में और खंडपीठ जो 5 जजेस की है संवैधानिक, रामेश्वर नाथ का केस जो बिहार से आया था, बड़ा स्पष्ट लिखा है कि इन मामलों में कोई भी परिणाम हो इसका एक सीक्वेंस होता है। एक सीक्वेंस अति आवश्यक है, ये संवैधानिक सीक्वेंस है। पहले आप सिंगल लार्जेस्ट से बात करिए, उसके बाद दूसरे से बात करिए। लेकिन मैं तो और अगेंस्ट जाता हूं कि अगर आपने नंबर 2 से बात की जो गलत था, तो कम से कम उसके बाद तो सिंगल लार्जेस्ट से बात करिए, आपने वो भी नहीं किया। अगर आप 2 मिनट दें मणिपुर पे, जहां ये पार्टी स्पेशलाइज्ड हो गई है, स्पेशलिस्ट हो गई है जनादेश को नगण्य करने में, 28 से 21 हो गए, हम 28 आप 21, मणिपुर की बात कर रहा हूं मैं। 13 तारीख को दोपहर को, यानी कल दोपहर को राज्यपाल जी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में घोषणा कर देती हैं कि मैं संतुष्ट हूं कि बीजेपी सरकार बनाएगी, और 13 की शाम को कल बीजेपी के लीडर चुनावित होते हैं। ये कौन सा संविधान है, कौन सा रीति रिवाज है? दोपहर की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस राज्यपाल ने घोषणा की और रात को उसके लीडर इलेक्ट हुए। नंबर 2, ये बड़ा रोचक है, बीजेपी कम से कम अपने राज्यपालों को तो कंसिस्टेंट रखे, सब उनको मदद जरूर कर रहे हैं लेकिन कंसिस्टेंट तो रहे। गोवा में राज्यपाल कहते हैं कि आपने, कांग्रेस ने अपना सीएलपी लीडर विलंब से चुनावित किया, यद्यपि हमने 24 घंटे में चुनावित कर दिया था, तो इसलिए मैंने आपको बुलाया नहीं। हमको नहीं बुलाया गोवा में क्योंकि हमारा चुनावित नहीं था, शाम 7:30 बजे तक सीएलपी लीडर 12 तारीख को, और यहां मणिपुर में कल राज्यपाल ने घोषणा कर दी मुख्यमंत्री की, और आपका चुनावित हुआ लीडर शाम को, कल 13 तारीख को। ये दोहरे मापदंड है, कैसे मापदंड है? अब थोड़ा गणित देख लीजिए। गणित में 4 एनपीपी एक पार्टी है, उसके 4 सदस्य हैं, उनके अध्यक्ष क्रिश्चियन के लेटर को, पत्र को हमने अपने कांग्रेस के पत्र के साथ जोड़ के कहा हमारे 28 हैं, इनके 4 हैं, अध्यक्ष एनपीपी का चिट्ठी हमने अटैच की 12 तारीख को राज्यपाल को। अगर उस 4 को ही गिने आप तो 28 + 4 32 होते हैं। मेरे हिसाब से उनमें 2 को और जोड़ना चाहिए। एक वो खशबुद्दीन, जिनको उन्होंने बड़े अनैतिक रूप से, अजीब रूप से पकड़ के रखा, प्रभाव में रखा, ड्यूरेस पे रखा, और दूसरा एक कांग्रेस के एमएलए का नाम डाल दिया अपनी 32 की लिस्ट में। बीजेपी की 32 में कांग्रेस के एमएलए का नाम है, तो 4 + 1 + 1 6 हुए। अब उनके 32 में से आप 6 कम कर लीजिए, 26 होते हैं। एनपीपी 4, एक हमारे एमएलए जिनका नाम डाला है, और एक खशबुद्दीन, 5 कर लीजिए, चलिए 6 नहीं करना चाहते थे, 4 कर लीजिए, 32 कैसे बनेंगे? हमारे वो 6 जोड़ दीजिए, 28 और 6 34 होते हैं, 4 जोड़ दीजिए, 3 जोड़ दीजिए। राज्यपाल ने कल, और राज्यपाल ने एक और बहुत बड़ी गलती की जो मैं अंग्रेजी में बोलना भूल गया। राज्यपाल ने एक नया टेस्ट शुरू किया कि आप पहले इस्तीफा दीजिए, फिर मैं आपको, आपके पत्र को या आपके दावे को देखूंगी। राज्यपाल का काम है ये देखना कि सबसे ज्यादा एमएलए किस पार्टी को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, समर्थन कर रहे हैं। ये कई संविधान में नहीं लिखा है कि जब तक मैं मुख्यमंत्री के रूप से अपना इस्तीफा देता हूं कि नहीं, मैं पुराने बाहर जाने वाला मुख्यमंत्री हूं, कार्यकारी मुख्यमंत्री हूं, मैंने इस्तीफा दिया हो नहीं दिया हो उसका कोई संदर्भ और संपर्क और संबंध नहीं है। इस बात के लिए जो राज्यपाल को करना होता है संवैधानिक सेटिस्फेक्शन, कि आपकी बात 32 है, मेरे पास 32 है। ये एक नया एक पैंतरा डाला गया बीच में कि आप पहले इस्तीफा दो, फिर मैं आपसे बात करूंगी। गैर कानूनी है, गलत है, असंवैधानिक है, कहीं लिखा नहीं है, कहीं आवश्यक नहीं है। हाँ, अगर आपको समय देना है ज्यादा लोगों को परिवर्तित करने के लिए और किसी को भेदभाव द्वारा पक्षपात करके मदद करनी है तो जरूर करेंगे आप। ये मैं अपनी बात अंत करना चाहता हूं ये बोल के कि ये आवागमन लगा रहता है चुनाव का। आज आप जीते हैं, कल हम भी जीतेंगे, लेकिन इस आवागमन में आप अगर बार बार इतनी खुशी से, इतने हल्ले से कहेंगे कि अंततोगत्वा नंबर हमारे गिन लीजिए, हमने सरकार बना ली। गणतंत्र और लोकतंत्र नंबरों में जरूर चलता है, लेकिन जब जब आप ऐसे असंवैधानिक प्रेसिडेंट बनाते हैं तो यही आपको काटने को अगली बार भविष्य में दौड़ेंगे। यही गलत रीति रिवाज, गलत सिद्धांत और संविधान का उल्लंघन जो आप सिखा रहे हैं पूरे संविधान भारत को, ये आप ही को काटेंगे और आपका जवाब नहीं होगा तब। Let me give you a clear answer, which has been again said misleadingly right through yesterday. Somebody citing Mr. K.R. Narayanan, somebody citing Mr. S.D. Sharma. Simple answer which everybody is forgetting. I am not saying getting into those things. But whether K.R. Narayanan, S.D. Sharma, all of them are prior to the adoption of the Sarkaria Commission and the Punchi Commission in the Supreme Court judgment of Rameshwar from Bihar, which is much later and which in para 64 and 65 adopts the sequence of the single largest party being mandatorily obliged to consult. Neither Mr. Narayan had that precedent of Rameshwar, nor Mr. Sharma had, nor all the examples Mr. Venkaiah Naidu is citing had them. So Mr. Naidu should go and read the judgment in para 64 and 65 of Rameshwar and then speak about this subject. He is speaking completely in the abstract. These are precedents which he is purportedly citing, which are ages, years old, well before the Supreme Court laid down the law.
परसों जो गोवा में फ्लोर टेस्ट होना है, उसके लिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट अपना ऑब्जर्वर कोई पहुंचा रहा है?
ऑब्जर्वर की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है. उच्चतम न्यायालय का आदेश सर्वमान्य है और जो प्रो टेम स्पीकर होते हैं, प्रो टेम उनको कहा जाता है जो सबसे वरिष्ठ एमएलए होते हैं किसी भी असेंबली में, उनका दायित्व बनता है, राज्यपाल का दायित्व बनता है. ये दो मिलके पहले कन्वीन होती है असेंबली, उसके बाद 40 लोगों को एक एक करके ओथ दी जाती है. कन्वीन करते हैं राज्यपाल, ओथ देते हैं प्रो टेम स्पीकर, और वो खत्म होने के बाद उच्चतम न्यायालय के इस पर लिखा है आदेश में एक ही एजेंडा है और एक ही एजेंडा हो सकता है और उसी दिन खत्म करना है उस एजेंडा को, नेमली के फ्लोर टेस्ट में एक एक जो 40 एमएलए जो आपने ओथ दी है वो वोट करके बताएंगे आपको. तो उस पर कोई जरूरत नहीं किसी और चीज़ की. और ये बता दूं मैं आपको कि अगर कोई इस प्रकार की अवमानना करने की नीति से काम कर रहा है, जिसका आपने एक हिंट दिया है, तो मैं समझता हूं कि उच्चतम न्यायालय के पास पर्याप्त औजार हैं इस प्रकार की मूर्खता को ठीक करने के लिए. Let us see. We are having all our options open. Let them keep on making mistakes and let us keep on deciding our strategy in the light of their mistakes. No decision has been announced by the speaker in Manipur yet, by the governor in Manipur yet. No, but she has announced a decision, no? The difference between Goa and Manipur today as I speak to you is she announced no decision. How can I go before a decision?
Are you confident you will win floor test of Goa and how?
As I have said, we are so confident that the BJP should not have a swearing in merely to enjoy the Chief Minister's office for 2 days. That is the propriety, that is what constitutional spirit demands, that is what restraint, and that is what I would expect a man of principles whom I respect, Mr. Parrikar, to do. But I don't expect the BJP to do that. Now, if you go ahead at your own risk and cost, because we have no doubt that we will win. And if we don't win, then in any case he deserves to be Chief Minister. So what's the problem? Ek minute. We are confident because the numbers are with us. There are numbers of people there with parties who are saying that we were never asked. Our signatures are forged. We are standing with you. Many of those have signed already today with us. Today. You have to wait and watch. Why do you think that after telling the whole country that they have 21, they were begging the Supreme Court for next week? Why should you want next week if you have 21?
Sir, one question here. The senior BJP leader, who is a responsible member of the Modi government, spoke to the governor. The governor made it clear, this is regarding Goa, that the Congress till date had not asked, not written any letter, not asked for time, nor state claim to form the government. She said the Congress last night in the middle of the night at 1:30 threw in a letter into the Raj Bhavan for which there was no receipt taken, asking for time, for which duly time was given to you at 11 o'clock this morning. So since you have not the estate claim, you have not written to the governor, why are you complaining?
Fact.
क्या चुनाव खत्म हो जाने के बाद 24 घंटे या 30 घंटे की कोई समय सीमा संविधान में निर्धारित है? और अगर ऐसा है कि उस टाइम में सीएलपी लीडर चुना ही जाना चाहिए, और ऐसा है तो अभी तक उत्तर प्रदेश में वहाँ विधायक दल की कोई मीटिंग नहीं हुई, सीएलपी लीडर नहीं चुना गया.
मैं इंग्लिश और हिंदी में उत्तर. Now you can't preempt my answers like this. You have to have restraint. You know. Let me answer in English and Hindi. I would like you to decide before this House what a great constitutional precedent is set, that a CLP leader is elected in 24 hours and in the same 24 hours, without even telephoning the CLP leader, you ask the party number 2 and name the chief minister. Now, if 24 hours in government formation is a long time, please lay down that rule. If it is good for democracy, I am very happy. We'll also apply it sometime. Number 2, factual wrong. 8:30 or so, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu and Mr. Parrikar and group meet her. It is all decided. She is announced. The press is showing it, and 11 o'clock, the press release is issued. We write a letter that we are hearing from the press. Why can't she ask us on 13th morning? Who has told you that there is a time limit of 24 hours? Who has told you that heavens are falling in 24 hours? Please tell me what was the need for the governor to decide this at 11 o'clock or 9 o'clock on a Saturday? Give me one good reason. And give me one good reason why. You see, facts don't change because states or parties change or the questions of journalists change. Please give me one good reason why the governors of Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand or the Prabharis of BJP of Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh have today on the 5th day not thought it fit for the governor to ask anybody. Therefore, constitutional principle should not change whether I am in power or you are in power. Now, thirdly, constitutionally also you are wrong. This is factual. Factually, a claim is made within 24 hours as soon as a CLP is elected, and 24 hours is not a long time for constitutional government formation. But constitutionally also you are wrong. Why? The issue is not when I take a claim. The issue is the constitutional obligation of the governor. It's a constitutional preordained obligation of the governor, even if I do nothing, to consult me if I am the single largest party. Suppose I did nothing.
But what was
The constitutional obligation of the governor is to see that this is the single largest. They have announced a CLP leader in 24 hours. I will talk to him on telephone and say, do you have a chance of making the government? She did not do that.
Mr. Singhvi, I have one question. As you said, you explained the Rameshwar judgment and you said how everything is laid down as per the constitution. In that case, why did the Supreme Court not interfere with the Goa governor's decision 100%?
It interfered 50%. No. It then said that since we are preponing.
Why did it allow the BJP to actually go ahead with the floor test in any case?
No, the floor test order is against the BJP, madam.
No, I am not.
That is a full order against the BJP. The BJP want. Yes, that's a different question. So swearing in is a ministerial act. Swearing in is of no constitutional significance. The swearing in will be nullified by a floor test in 48 hours. Which is superior, the floor test or the swearing in? Swearing in can be cancelled by 10 people 10 times. It can be rescheduled. It was scheduled for today morning, it is scheduled for today evening, it will be done tomorrow, day after, any time. How do you put swearing in on a higher pedestal than the obligation to prove your majority day after tomorrow? And day after tomorrow, if you don't prove your majority, you will be the laughing stock in insisting on a swearing in today. So you want to be a do din ka sultan, you be a do din ka sultan.
But the point is, why are you not questioning?
Your quota of questions is over, madam. Let me answer the other questions.
I now come to a more, important issue for the Congress party and its survivors. Rahul Gandhi today said we have seen a little bit of a down. Little is from 26 to come down to 7 in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. And he's called for structural and organization changes. This is a fact. Who has stopped it? Who has stopped his mother? What is the problem? Why is it active?
We can't be expected to act. You are now speaking like the governor of Goa. Act in 24 hours. You are worse than the governor because surgical restructuring is what Rahul Gandhi wants. But you want it in 24 hours or 48 hours. Please give us a few weeks and see. Please see for a few weeks.
Singhvi sir, from 206, you have been decimated to 44.
Sir.
Last 36 months, who has stopped Congress President or Congress Vice President from acting? When are you going to do it?
I understand. I understand that you are entitled to use all the adjectives you like because of the election arithmetic and results. But I can do nothing more and nothing less than saying that when Rahul Gandhi says these words, he means every word of it. I have no doubt that in the light of what has happened now, we will see, but do not forget the larger perspective. We have, without so much of an alteration of identity, not only ruled for 10 years, but won 15 assembly elections. And we have, according to me, statistically won 3 out of the 5 elections. Please don't misunderstand me. I am giving 100% congratulations to Mr. Modi for a remarkable victory in Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. But out of 5 elections, we have won 3. So please keep that perspective. Now you have one stage further that of the 3 which we have won, 2 you are nullifying the matter. It's a different story. So please, I mean, you should be, you meaning not you, but they should be humble in victory. We should also be graceful in defeat, and we are going to work towards something.
So, in 2014, we are hearing that Rahul Gandhi will be elevated as president of the party. How soon is it going to happen?
I think, I have no doubt that it will happen. I can't give you a date for it. But I can tell you one thing. I do genuinely consider it a cosmetic question. Why? Because everybody knows that de facto, I agree, not de jure, but de facto, he has been in charge actively for the last several months and as vice president for the last several years. De facto, he is in charge of everything. So yes, I agree with you that it should be formally announced and it will happen eventually. But to only harp upon this as to the date is not a substantive, significant issue, according to me. De facto, in every which way, he is in charge of the party. And I say that in defeat also. I say it in defeat also. And he is the first to say it in defeat. He takes it on his chin. He stands in front of your cameras and says that he is responsible for the defeat. He shares the victory larger.
Can I ask a question, please, if you don't mind?
Yes. Second question, third question. Come on.
She also asked a question.
Come on. No problem.
Do you think the time has come for Rahul Gandhi to introspect and realize that he's really not cut out for mainstream politics and that maybe he should take study leave for 3 years? And
Rahul Gandhi, along with the whole Congress, introspects much more deeply than you think, but he doesn't take advice from journalists as to the nature of the introspection. Thank you.